Okay, so now we're going to look at off balancing. Since you have spent some time retaining, recovering, escaping, and surviving, off balancing is going to be the next step that you need in order to attack and sweep your opponents from the guard. It's really important to know why you're using the guard. The guard is a great place to attack from, and it's also really a place to get on top from. So those are really the two paths you can take, and the only way you're going to be able to make that a comfortable ride for you and know what you're doing is by learning how to off balance. So starting with the spider guard, we're going to take a look at how to just feel where your opponent is at and how to appropriately respond to what they're doing, okay? So like we talked about earlier, the spider guard is a really mobile guard. I don't want to just be chilling on my back with my knees to my chest here. She's going to pass, okay? So to off balance, most of the time with the spider, to off balance, I want to make kind of sudden and angular movements. I'm always looking to go to my 45s, okay? With an opponent who's putting weight on me, I'm going to look to pull overhead. Woo! She was off balance. Okay, so that's obviously going to work for a sweep. The best part about this is I'm using my foot to step and this foot to hike, okay? This is what you want. You want your action to cause a reaction, okay? So now when I'm using this, I know that every time I step and I put my foot up, she's gonna bring this foot closer to me, okay? So I can use that to sweep, I can use that to set up a new guard, I can use that to widen her base, and I can go back into my off balancing. So again, I step and I pull overhead. She's gonna bring that foot to me. Okay, if I really commit and I keep rolling overhead, she's gonna come with me. So this little drill that you can do is just simply stepping and extending, okay? I'm either gonna extend to that 45 or I'm gonna step and extend to the other 45 onto my other shoulder, okay? So when you're in this guard and you're moving around, I want you to try bridging, stepping on the shoulder and bringing your foot to the 45 over here, or stepping and 45 over top. I really like, personally, going to the cross body off balance for spider because her own leg stops her from being able to move. So right here, she kind of just runs out of mobility. I like that one. Boom, so it looks like to both sides, or we can work just straight up overhead and bring her right underneath of me, okay? The second part of doing spider guard off balances is if the person is staying really far back, you want to still be able to off balance them, okay? And sometimes what will happen with the spider is you're going to keep both sleeves, but you'll lose a foot to off balance. The shin to shin off balancing is really nice, okay? So I like this. This is probably one of my favorite ways to kind of tell the person that I'm not just playing around here. So I'm going to use my foot. Once my leg is extended, I'm going to use one of my feet to connect my foot to her foot and pull her foot out from underneath. Now I'm looking at my attacks and other alternatives for sweeping. Okay? So that little micro drill one more time. From the spider, we're here, okay? She's sitting far back, so it's hard for me to get that overhead off balance. So what I'm gonna do is I bring one of her elbows high. That elbow that I'm bringing high, I use the opposite leg to pull her into this one, all she has is one base right now, okay? So she's gonna pull her foot away from me, and I'm gonna be able to enter into my other off balances and attacks, okay? So with the spider guard, you're looking to either pull overhead to either side, stepping on the bridging on the one foot, or you can use a shin to shin to have them lose their base when they're really sitting far back. And those are two off balancing techniques that you will be able to chain attacks and sweeps with very easily.